Welcome to the Ladybug Class card number 1. It's not really in order of them, but it's the first one that I'm recording. So I'm using the Hello Ladybug bundle with the stamp set and the punch. The first card that we're going to make is using the punch and everything to make a bumblebee. So we're going to, in your kit you will have a card base, which is in thick basic white. You will have 2 strips of garden green, 2 strips of designer series paper, a piece of Daffodil Delight and a piece of vellum. So I'm going to show you how to put this card together. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to fold our card's base in half so that we have it already. I haven't scored it because some people, it doesn't always end up even because our cardstock is hand cut. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold back the top layer so that we get this piece folded over. Do we get that? I don't know, is it a Z fold? That kind of fold, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to glue our designer series paper onto, you can choose which side you want to use, it's up to you. I'm going with the flowers, but that's up to you. So just get that. Remember not to go too close to the edge because the glue will ooze out. There's just a fine border around the outside of your card. So I'm just going to stick those on there, and then these two are going to go onto the fold out pieces of our card. They should be both the same, so there shouldn't be too many issues with them. So they just kind of go on one there like that. Just get my press to make sure I get all the air bubbles out. And then I'm going to open it flat to put the second one in. I might just, so that has started to dry. It's got a bit humid here. I've got the fan going, so hopefully that noise is not distracting in the background for you because it's got very warm. Right, so we've got 2 panels like so. Alright, and then you've got a piece. I haven't given you a piece for inside here because I didn't want it to get too bulky, but if you have a card that you would like to put in there, then feel free. But I think it just, another layer there with 2 layers there will just make the fold a little bit darker. So what we're going to do is, using the daisy stamp and some Daffodil Delight. Now if you haven't got Daffodil Delight you could use Pale Papaya, which is in here. The reason I'm using Daffodil Delight is because I've used that for your bees. So I'm just going to stamp one there, and then I've given you, which I didn't show you, forgot to put in, a piece of and I will actually punch this just in case you don't have the medium daisy punch. So we're just going to have a medium daisy also stamped in Daffodil Delight. Let me just get my punch. I'm just going to punch this out, line it up. If you have the punch, then by all means you can change the colour up a bit so that it suits you a little bit better. And then sort of pop dimensional on the back of that, which I've put mine somewhere. Let's see. So pop a dimensional on there, and just off centre it. Actually, let's give it a little bit of a curl with the bone folder. And then just off centre that a little bit so that you get that. So that's going to be on the side there like that. If you would like to put in a sentiment, you could choose any of those, or you could choose your own. But may your greatest wish come true is quite a nice little saying, and it's not really specific to birthdays as such. I'm going to do that in Daffodil Delight, just for something a bit different. Now I don't want to see it, so I'm going to fold my card back and I'm going to pop it over here. So that's our card base done. You could stamp up the side there with the flowers if you like, because that actually does come in the set here, just doesn't come with the punch. And then, sorry, let's get rid of this stamp pad before I put my hand in it. And then I'm going to show you how I made the little bees. Now I've got a couple there which, no, sorry, I'm just trying to find some scrap. That is big enough. Okay, so we've gone with Daffodil Delight. These are the little bees that I've made. So I'll hold them up closer to you. I'm going to send two options to you. So I've just got my Memento Black, and I'm just using the very edge of my stamp pad, and I'm just going to tap all the way down on this space. I don't want that space too big. So we're just going to tap and get that like that. You can go as far down as you want and as close together. So these ones are a little bit closer together, so I might just show you that. So just using the very edge of it, hold your stamp pad on an angle and just stamp down. So I will have done this on one side for you. If you don't want to use it and you want to have a go and you've got a blank or a grey stamp pad, you alternatively can punch the yellow and use black markers, but I wasn't sure if you had markers or not. So, and it wasn't something that I said you needed. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop our our ladybird, punch in, and I'm going to use the thinner ones because I've got wider ones on my other example. And then, so do one first, and then if you move it over, you'll get two out of the same thing, and you won't have to worry about, because you end up with little off-cut bits. Alright, now to cover, then what I did is open it up and then just flip this over and just run that over the top of your stamp pad. It needs to be a little bit straighter because it's not picking it up. I did it so easily before. So I'm still, I don't want to get it actually on the punches with my scissors, so I don't get it on me, but just so that you get the little antennae. If you wanted to, you could fiddle around with it and punch it out in black and then stick it on. There's probably lots of ways you could do this. You could do, if you've got striped paper, then you could use that too. Alright, so that's our two stripy bees. And then for the wings, we've got some vellum. So in your pack, I've put a piece of vellum, which if you fold in half, you should get 4 wings out of it. And the reason that I folded it in half is because the punch finds the vellum a little bit sticky. So if you fold it in half, it's a bit thicker, and then it will slide in. You just need to slide it in far enough, and then punch that out. And then see, it doesn't like coming out, but it will eventually. So you end up, when you double it over, you will end up with 2 wings. I've used glue dots, which these new glue dots go on the wrong side as far as I'm concerned. So we'll pop one on each wing. Does make it harder to get them off too. Pop one on each wing like so, and then just pop your wings on underneath. And then the top one, I have got ink all over myself now. I've just curled them up a little bit and then pop another 2 glue dots at the top. And you want these ones to be as close to the top as you can get them, because you don't want your wings to be stuck down too far, and then just layer them over the top like that, and then you end up with these little curved wings. Now I've got, well no, I've got 3 because I've got 2 that I already did. So I'm going to pop them here, and I'm going to put them on like this. And I'm going to pop them up with, actually, I'm going to put one up here. Just don't want my, and that way it's still a 3, and that way. Pop them up on dimensionals so that they don't get lost. Oops. And this is how you use your ladybug punch to make bees. There's probably other ways, but this is the way that I've done it, and I think they're a little bit cute, and I don't think bees have exact stripes either, so I quite like the fact that maybe I'll plant them coming off there like that. So that is the end. That is card number 1. I hope you enjoy making that.